Avatar: The Way of Water is not only a beautiful movie visuals-wise, but also story-wise. A 13-year wait between films, and the sequel was met with strange reception. But I'm not here to criticize the film, but point out the messages that James Cameron has woven into the story. Just a disclaimer, if you haven't seen the film, not much of this will make sense, and there are spoilers, of course. Starting with the main in-your-face theme of the movie is treating the ocean with respect. Roughly halfway through the film, we follow the antagonists hunting down Tulkun. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Tulkun are the Avatar equivalent of whales. They're passive and don't fight back, but people still hunt them for profit. This mirrors the way sea creatures, and the sea in general, are treated in the present day. In the first Avatar, the message was about protecting the forests, and in this film, it's about protecting the seas. Very obvious. Within the film, the Tulkun are said to be completely passive. They do not typically fight. If they do, they are outcasts from the tribe. This leads me to the next major theme, being an outcast. We can see this play out with Loak, Jake Sully's second oldest child. He is constantly getting the Sullys in trouble, and either his father or older brother Neteyam has to pay the price for him. Because of this, Loak manages to befriend an outcast Tulkun who killed humans while defending its own. The family itself is a group of outcasts too, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. When you break down each character and analyze the way they behave, you can really see that the main spectacle of the film isn't the CGI, but the family dynamic between the characters. The final fight scene displays all of their strengths and flaws, so here they are. Neteyam, the oldest child, has the willingness to put himself in harm's way to save Loak, his younger brother. In the final fight scene, Neteyam gets shot while trying to get Loak out of combat, and winds up dead. Loak's welcoming heart to find an outcast like him. He befriends his own bullies and accepts the outcast Tulkun as a brother to him. That same Tulkun ends up saving not only Loak, but his family too. Jake Sully, and him always putting his family over himself and sees value in all of their abilities. He leads his family like he would a squad in the Marines. Kiri was an interesting character in the movie because she was very in touch with nature, and she had a very spiritual side to her. There's not much really to go off of, but it seems like in the next movies they'll kind of expand on her character. The last character that I found the most interesting was Neytiri. In the final fight, after the death of Neteyam, she turns into a killing machine. She's interesting to me because her strength is also her weakness. Her strength comes from protecting her family, and her weakness is that she is consumed by unbridled rage at the thought of losing anyone in her family. She ends up breaking her bow that her father had given her, and her father is dead, and even holds one of their own adopted children hostage as a bargaining tool. Again, if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. Similar to my Fight Club video, I want to summarize everything that I talked about and give you some kind of practical knowledge that you can take away from this. Treat nature with respect. You are a part of nature. Damaging nature is damaging the very essence you come from. All the energy you are using now is borrowed, and one day you'll have to give it all back. Choose to do good things with that energy while you're still here. Love your family for all their strengths and weaknesses. They helped shape you to who you are today, and that is something to accept and be proud of. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like the video and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Happy New Year, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks.